standout brownies. So if you're doing any shows or events, you know, there are craft shows for a reason. They want a craft. That was so funny. They all want a craft. So how many of you guys bought our spaghetti dispensers when they were on sale? All right, so if you have a few of these, and if you didn't, next time, make sure you start, okay? And so you're just gonna layer this. So this is from a recipe from Tupperware. Did this a long time ago. I mean, look at that seal color. It was yellow. Who remembers yellow seals on their mantra mates, okay? And so I don't know why, but it says to layer it exactly like this, and this is what I do. I layer it exactly how I'm told. I don't know why it works this way, but that's how they do it. So I've already pre-measured everything for you. You need a third cup of cocoa. Now, since cocoa is the very first thing that you put down in your spaghetti dispenser, you want to, trust me, this took me a few times to figure out exactly how to get it right, okay? You can use parchment paper, you can use wax paper, just a sheet of paper is fine too, okay? And you don't want to push it all the way down, because if you do that, you dump the cocoa, when you pull this up, guess what? All that chocolate's going to come up with it too, all right? So you're going to leave it up a couple inches, okay? So when you drag it up, not all the chocolate comes out. So I'm going to dump that in first. All right, and you kind of want to do it as slow as you can and try to keep in the center there, but it's cocoa, all right? And I got the cocoa in, all right? So then I'm going to slowly lift this up, okay? Whew, I did good, yeah. And if you're really anal, you can take a paper towel or one of our microfiber towels and go and kind of wipe off the rest, okay? So the next thing is your sugar. All right, so you're going to use your white sugar. Well, you don't have to use white sugar, but I'm using white sugar. And at home, I have one of those really big wide mouth funnels, which we don't have in Tupperware. Sorry. The skinny one won't work, okay? So I'm going to put this in here, and I want to try to kind of make it even. Remember as a kid doing the standout brownies? You could do like the different layers, different colors and stuff. Now you're going to pretend I have a half cup of your chocolate chips and a half cup of the white chocolate chips, but we're not discriminating today, so they're both chocolate. So this is a chocolate standout brownie, and by the way, I have made this recipe. It is delicious. You could also at your tables have wine bag totes ready to go. They could buy them from you, and so they can put those in the wine bag totes. All right, so here's our second one right here of your chips. All right, and I kind of want to like even that out a little bit. All right, so the next thing is your brown sugar. All right, and that is 2/3 cup of brown sugar. And I think we have these printed out, right, Jenny?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you guys can have a copy of this. And then I'm gonna get my brown sugar down inside here. And last night I had a measuring cup. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Thank you. I already did it, but the next thing is, I need something. I need something. Yeah, this will work. Because I packed the brown sugar in there and I want to kind of like even it out. There we go. All right. Brown sugar. 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of flour. Don't know what the 2 tablespoons are for, but that's the recipe I got. All right. And I love the refrigerator bowls when these come out for sale because they're nice and flexible, so I can just kind of do this with my flour. Kind of get it in there. Real pretty. Thanks. And I'm telling you, these will fly off your table, especially if you're doing school events. They're all looking for a teacher gift. It's a little bit different, unique, or just gifts for their friends. It's at a good price point. I price it at $15 flat out the door. I'm not worried about tax, shipping, any of that stuff. That covers my cost for all the ingredients, my time, my bow, and I'll show you my bow in a second. Okay, so I got the flour down inside of there. Add that in there, and level that out. Now you can top it with either M&Ms. Sometimes I'll do, like here's just colored M&Ms. The last batch I did were red and green and M&Ms, but it calls for chopped up nuts. You can use walnuts, pecans, anything you want. Some people are allergic to nuts, so I do half with the M&Ms, I do half with the nuts. And I do not chop them. I want them in pieces. If you chop them really fine with our chopper, it's going to be too fine, and it'll kind of like just kind of filter in with the flour there. So I kind of leave them chunky. They can cut them up themselves if they want it more not so chunky. Okay. I'll just break it up with my hands. Now don't forget, and don't be afraid to go to the top. All right. Honestly, I would probably put some more M&Ms in here, but it probably settled. Don't forget your little insert, because when they're done with the sand or brownie, they have their canister for spaghetti. 2 pounds of spaghetti fits down inside of here. You can use it for pretzel rods. I mean, you can use it for all your different baking. I mean, it doesn't have to be for spaghetti. Now, your round seals have these little tabs. In fact, all your module mates have these little tabs, all right? But on your squares, your ovals, and your rectangles, they're easy to line up. But on your rounds, you want to make sure that little tab is in alignment with with your seal so that it's airtight, okay? So this sand out brownie will last you about a year. I've made these brownies a year later because I had one left over and whatever, so I made it. Still delicious and fine as long as this is airtight. Now you can do bows lots of different ways. You want to make your own bows, that's great. You could use tooling. I like the tooling because it's quick and easy. I just take, you can do different colors. So you could do silver and gold, you could do blues, you could do red and green. And I kind of wrap it around one of the oval module mates, the seal, okay? And then you have, and do an odd number. Don't ask me why. Don't go around 4 times or 6 times. Go 5 times or 7 times. I recommend 7, okay? The more you go around, the poofier your bow is going to be. And then you tie it in the center, and then you cut those ends, and it poofs up like this. All right. So if you're doing if you're going to be moving these around a lot, you don't want bows that are going to, if they get crunched, then they have a crease in it and they don't look pretty anymore. This stays pretty all the time. Okay. All right. So you could do this for Easter time too. You could do it with the pastel M&Ms, and if you can figure out how to open this is how I make a bow. Da-da-da. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, here we go. So you can take the class that Pam Cliff teaches on bow making and make those cute little bows, or you can make bows like me. You grab the 2 ends right here and you go like this. Ta-da! And your bow is done, all right? So I get these from, all right? I don't know, you probably get them, I don't know where you can find, but I buy my bows because I buy mass quantities from NaturalWraps.com. That's where I get my shrink wrap. That's where I get my cellophane bags, all different sizes. Be very, very careful. Make sure you read the sizes. I had a friend who bought these two. I know.
She knows.
I have to get the bow on there. Thank you. All right. So I kind of left the one end up so that I can get my little string underneath there, Melissa.
Gotcha.
Okay. And you just kind of wrap it around. And then I made the little tags, all right? So let's just pretend that's on there. So on here, I have the picture of the brownies on one side, and then I have the recipe on the other side, and the bottom is your contact info. This is your business card. I use cardstock, and I get them laminated. I get them done at Staples, all right? And because this becomes their recipe card, and then I tell whoever bought it, I said just add your own little gift tag. Usually at my craft shows, I have the gift tags already there. You can buy those really cute ones that say handmade craft gifts. They don't have to know they didn't make it, right? Okay? And you can add that to this, but this is their recipe because they're gonna have to add the vanilla, the oil, and the eggs, and then it tells them how long to cook it for. Okay, and of course I recommend, you know what's perfect for this? The Square Ultra Pro is my favorite dish to make these brownies in. But that's it, and these are just great giftables. You can use them for any season. You can find all those masons, all those, you could do dry bean soup recipes, all that stuff, okay? So those mason jar recipes that you can find, you can adapt it to this. Some of them, though, don't fill the spaghetti dispenser, but guess what we have coming in January? You've got all the different sizes right there, so you find the recipes that work for those. That'd be a big hit in January, too. Because, hey, just because Christmas is done doesn't mean people don't have birthdays in January, right, Pam Clift?